Hey everybody, welcome to another game from the International Preliminaries. This is going to be Mousesports versus DK. DK over on the dire side, Mousesports are going to be on the radiant side. I'm Basekip, as always excited to be bringing you guys these games, as just trying to catch up on what's been happening with the International, and also trying to get more casting practice in. Practice makes perfect, and obviously my casting is definitely far from perfect, so I'm going to be heading into this game. Again, this has been recommended by the R-Dota2 thread about games that were, well, the highlights of each day, so that's why I've chosen this series, and hopefully this game a little bit more even than the last. A little bit of a stomp in favor of DK, that last one, so we'll see if Mousesports can even the score in this game. So Nagasaram, Broodmother, Leshrac, and Chen going to be the bans. In terms of the most common first pick bans this tournament, I mean, Lycan and Darkseer are still there. Mousesport's probably not going to want to ban out the Darkseer, so Rubik's going to be the ban. DK may be going to leave the Lycan in. I'm not sure how much they enjoy playing it, but Mousesports, well, maybe DK will just ban out the Darkseer. Lycan would make it through, but I think what Mousesports are really gunning for here is grabbing that Darkseer and choosing to ban out the Rubik as well. His win rate in this tournament has been great. I mean, he's such a fantastic hero. Telekinesis and Fadebolt are so strong on their own, and so Lycan's actually been banned for DK. So Mousesports gonna get that Darkseer, and I think I would have to eat my own hat if I saw Darkseer make it through and 1437 have first pick and then not take it. There would have to be some ridiculous heroes left in the pool for him not to have to pick it up. And so DK, still tons of options for them. The Leshrac and Rubik have both been banned out, so to me fairly similar heroes in terms of their role. They're quite strong, they're quite flexible as well, have a big impact in terms of damage in team fights. You can run them in all sorts of lanes, you can run them as supports, but DK are going to choose to take the Morphling and the Invoker, so Burning more than likely going to be playing that Morphling. And Invoker, as always, a really solid pickup. It's been really interesting to watch Invoker over the past few weeks and months in the competitive scene, because for some teams he's completely fallen out of favor, and they're not interested in him at all as a first pick. Maybe if they're up against a team with a fairly renowned Invoker, then they'll ban him out. But there was a brief stint where we saw game after game where Invoker was just not picked up at all. He's getting back into it now, but as I said, yeah, some games he just wasn't picked whatsoever, and so Mousesports are actually going to take the Anti-Mage and the Enigma, so a Rubik ban definitely good to help protect that Enigma if DK want to grab something to help cancel out a BKB Black Hole, and there's still plenty of options, but the Rubik is just such a fantastic direct counter to that Enigma. Unless you grab Rubik in the Black Hole, which you more than likely shouldn't given how mobile Rubik is or the items that he would typically build, then there's no chance of protecting it. I mean, that 4-second channel duration, there's absolutely no chance that Rubik's not going to steal it. And so DK probably just needs to look to pick up some support right now. There's still tons left in the pool for them. The Venomancer's there, the Shadow Demon is there. Rasta, again, played fantastically last game by Zippo, would give them plenty of good disable. And if there's anybody that knows how to deal with an Anti-Mage, you would hope it would be DK. They've definitely played their fair share of it. They've got plenty of options in terms of countering him. They've already got the Morphling, so they're able to turn Anti-Mage's farm against him with that replica. And so Winrider is going to be the pickup, getting some nice long disable. And it's really what you need against AM. Orchids, long stuns, things like that. They're really your only options to kill him off. He's so mobile with that blink. And so Shadow Shaman's going to be the ban. Mousesport's thinking that DK do still need hard support, plenty of options are probably still gonna make it through. I'd expect to maybe see some more teamfight banned out by DK. Between the Darkseer and the Enigma, Mass Sports are already looking really strong on that front, so maybe unlikely that they'd still be looking to grab the Sand King, but Venomancer is actually going to be the ban. So another good support, good damage on top of a teamfight lineup like mouz have right now. And yeah, I mean, Mana Void, you don't reliably get the AoE portion off, but if you can land a black hole with a vacuum black hole, then there is the potential to get a really big Mana Void off, and it's like you see in the in a wombo combo, you know, with a vacuum into a Mana Void, or you know, vacuum into Requiem of Souls. It just does so much damage. And so we'll see if it's just going to be more supports banned out. So it will be Shadow Demon's the ban for mouz sports, and so the pool of available supports getting smaller and smaller. VS is still there. It's a good choice against Enigma. There's not really any hope of Enigma getting, well, it's a good way to cancel off a black hole with the swap. What else? There's the Lich. Again, another hero that's able to mini stun through BKB. Well, actually sleep, I believe. Sleep for 0.1 seconds. That's the Dota 1 interaction, at least. The instant that you cast Chain Frost on a target, they're slept for 0.1 seconds, so you can cancel off channeling ultimates through BKB using that, or the channels through BKB using that. And so Enchantress is actually going to be the ban by DK, so we'll see what mouz choose to pick up. I think both teams still do need a hard support, so we'll see who they choose to grab. Mouz Sports could grab the Lich. It's a good choice to not only protect the Enigma, well, protect the Enigma in terms of it not being over on DK, but Lich Anti-Mage duo mid is absolutely ridiculous. It's farmed so well. You can keep the lane pulled up onto your side of the map at the whole time, and aim is just gonna get farmed up from it. And if Invoker is run mid, then there's no real response for him either. And DK more than likely going to be running that Morphling on the safe lane, maybe Windrunner in the hard lane solo. So not very well. One thing worth noting is that Nature's Prophets actually made it. Oh, did he? Yes, he's made it all the way through. Picks and bans this game. Probably a little bit too farm dependent to maybe fit in on either team. If DK still want a jungler, he is still there, and you can always run Furion in a support role. He's able to pick up the urn, able to pick up the mech, so would not be a bad pickup for them. And so we'll see what mouz opt for. They've already got the Enigma, so they've got some good jungling power if they want it, and Darkseer able to take the hard lane solo, so Enigma not going to have to. And yeah, we will have to see. As we're just thinking about this next pickup, and I mean, they could still afford to pick up more teamfight on top of what they've already got. They're definitely winning in the teamfight arms race, but Sand King is actually going to be the pickup, so maybe going to see Anti-Mage heading towards mid, or Sand King could just be with him down on bot, and then they could still pick up a solo mid for themselves. But Sand King, the team fight for mouz sports is just looking ridiculous, and they've got good push as well. Sand King not bad with the Caustic Finale. The Enigma Eidolon's obviously doing quite a bit, and the Darkseer as well, able to backlane towers quite effectively, especially that top tier 1. It might be in danger, and mouz sports could even go for the level 1 tier 1 strategy with Enigma and Darkseer. Just head up, backlane that top lane, and we'll just grab that tower, sort of set the pace of the game from there. It's not always the best thing because it frees up farming space for the enemy team, but if you can make use of the early gold, especially to finish up, you know, soul rings on Darkseer and Enigma, things like that, then it can definitely be a big boost to your farming from the very start of the game. So we'll see what DK pick up. They could just bump the Windrunner down to the hard support role, but it looks like she's going to be having to take that hard lane solo, so we'll have to see what DK choose in terms of their support. So VS is actually going to be the pickup. So again, good choice against Enigma. The swap can go through BKB, and it's a great way to cancel the black hole. Solid stun from Magic Missile, and the damage aura, as always, being really helpful. So in a game where so many supports are being banned out, VS is always a great choice. And Lich is actually going to be the pickup for Mouse Sports as their hard support. So more than likely going to be seeing that Anti-Mage and Lich lane that I talked about earlier, using the sacrifice to keep the wave pulled all the way back and getting as much farm on this Anti-Mage as they possibly can. And Mouse Sports they've got great turtle as well, so if they just want to hold out for as long as they can for Protect 1, sort of turning DK's strategy against them, I guess. And we'll hopefully DK, they've got a plan to beat it. They could just be running the same sort of idea. The Morphling can get farmed up, Invoker and Windrunner able to take a little bit of a able to take up a little bit of a semi-carry role themselves. So Dazzle is actually going to be the last pick for DK. So did I miss Furion there, or did he just make it all the way through? I guess we'll have to see how DK are going to lane this. Maybe a support for mid and a support for top. RTK taking the hard lane solo. We'll have to see. Or maybe Burning and Super both taking solos and then forming up a little bit of a tri-lane between the Windrunner, the Shadow Shaman, and the Vengeful Spirit. But anyway, just going to run over who's playing what. So Super, again, going to be on that Invoker, same as last game. Burning, as you would expect, on the hard carry, that Morphling. RTK on the Windrunner this game. Zippo is going to be on his hard support, the Dazzle. And Long DD on the Vengeful Spirit. So fairly interesting picks this game. VS and Dazzle definitely not heroes that we would normally see in a competitive lineup. So 1437 going to be on his Dark Seer. Black going to be on the hard carry, the Anti-Mage. Sing Sing taking up a support role as the Lich. And Kuriki going to be on that Sand King, which leaves Bambo to play the Enigma. And he looks like he's going to be in the jungle. Picked up a Sage's Mask and a Clarity, so more than likely just going to be trying to deny a creep and then head off into the jungle. But DK already moving down, blocking off the pole camp with a very sneaky ward. I don't think Mouse Sports are going to be able to do anything about that. And we'll have to see how these lanes work out for them. Is Super actually going to be taking the hard lane solo? Looks like he might. Well, maybe with a little bit of help from Long DD. So 1437 going to find that first rune of the game with the illusions. So maybe just go and look to put them in some camps just to block them off. Maybe the pole camp just before 30 seconds. Yep, so small camp and the pole. So small pole camp and the normal pole camp both going to be blocked off by those illusions. So well played by 1437. And so it's going to be Burning, solo farming up on this top lane. Zippo and RTK, a little bit of teamwork on this mid lane to try and deal with the Lich and Anti-Mage. And that leaves Super to be the primary farmer down on bot, with Long DD just looking like he's going to be roaming around a bit. And Bambo's just heading into the jungle right now. So Kuriki going to be soloing up against Super. Not a great setup for the Sand King. Probably going to be able to find a little bit of farm if he can just keep the wave close to his tower, but already a little bit of a go on mid, and Sing Sing gonna go down for the first blood. Long DD just roaming in from the side, and the stuns and slows enough from DK to pick that up. So Mouse Sports definitely not staying as safe on this middle lane as they would have hoped, and Long DD just gonna be heading straight back down to bot. Super level 2 already has that cold snap, so Kuriki might be in a little bit of trouble. Already has the Sandstorm, so there's no detection, but might be taking quite a bit of damage right now. Long DD gonna head in from the side, has the Magic Missile. Kuriki, cold snap by Super, and he's just gonna be backing off right now. Is Long DD gonna throw the stun? No, not quite. But Kuriki, this is really how this bottom lane's going to go if he stays solo up against these two heroes. And DK good warding by them as well. They're going to have good control of the rune. RTK going to pop that wind rune just to stay safe from black. And Sing Sing floating down towards bot just to keep an eye on that rune. And top lane, Darkseer versus Morphling. It's not a terrible setup. Darkseer's going to be able to get some farms, so 1437 probably going to look to get some items up and then try and help out these other lanes, since they're both not going to be having a fun time. Bambo may be able to come out of the jungle and get some kills on Super. He's just sitting over into this side shot. Bambo has some Eidolons up and they're going to be there for a while, so going for the Malefice stun. Eidolon's doing a ton of damage, but Kirky not there to help him out, so just looking to drive Super off this lane right now. And on mid, RTK popping the win run. Black getting harassed quite a bit. And DK, they know exactly how to deal with, well, they know exactly how to deal with this mid lane. And Long DD still just roaming around. 1437 just pulling a little bit to try and accelerate his farm, but gonna surge. Long DD has that haste, but still only level 1, so probably just going to be looking to get a little bit of XP before going for some more ganks. And I will just pull up last hits and denies to get an idea of how the game is playing out. So Mousesport's still finding some pretty good farm, despite how hard their lanes are in theory going to be. Super sort of left alone down here on bottom lane now, so with Bambo's support, Kirky should be fine. And DK just trying to shut down 1437 now, keeping him away from the creep wave. And Zippo and RTK actually just trading levels, sharing XP equally on this middle lane, and probably just looking to pick off Sing Sing whenever they possibly can. He's really providing all of this control on the lane. 1437 surging forward onto Long DD, but he's got a stun, and the surge is almost wearing off. There's not enough potential there to kill them, and there's 2 ion shells up, so they don't really, DK don't really want to fight it, but Bambo gonna find the 4-minute rune, and it is a regen, so big help to deny that to middle lane. Super down on bot, 14 for 11, Kirky 13 for 1, so when Bambo came in to chase Super off, he managed to get a little bit of farm. Black right-clicking onto Zippo. He's got the shallow grave, however, so there's no dots to slow him down. RTK low on mana. Zippo gonna just heal himself up. Looks like they're both gonna be fine. Well played by him. But Zippo may be gonna have to back off right now. RTK is still just harassing Black as best he can. But 1437 continues to use this side camp, but he's going to get stunned way from forward. Looks like it didn't quite hit onto 1437, and the surge forward looks like he's going to be fine. But definitely getting driven out of this top lane. And Kirky, solo Sand King, it's going to work out quite well. I mean, Enigma's going to be up to that level 6 in a second, and so is Kirky. Yeah, picks it up now, so Epicenter and Black Hole going to be really deadly, especially against these duo lanes from DK. I mean, there's not quite splitting it evenly up top, but the heroes on mid need to be quite careful. They're both level 4, and Kirky's probably going to be looking to start ganking in a bit. Maybe just going to pick up that last rank of Bar Strike so he can guaranteed get the Epicenter off, so long as he stuns everybody who's around. And RTK still doing a good job to drive back Black on this mid lane. Has opted to pick up some Tranquil Boots, so more than happy to trade Harass, but he's fairly low on mana, and the slow on to him as well. This ward just about to run out, so Zippo placing down another one. Long DD, gonna wait for the 6-minute rune, but it's actually gonna be down on bot, so double damage down there. And Bambo has got the Black Hole up now, so maybe gonna be looking to push with Kirky. And Super just gonna head over, protect this rune, and he's actually gonna pick it up right now. So Zippo's still level 3, so they're paying a little bit for what they were protecting down, well, trying to shut down mid. Kirky looking for the Bar Strike, but Cold Snap onto him. Bambo has the Black Hole, but DK are just splitting up Bar Strike, and here comes the Black Hole. And Epicenter on top as well. Looks like it's going to be 2 kills for Mousesports and double kill for Kirky. So DK getting caught out a little bit there, and another unfortunate, well, an unfortunate death for Zippo. So Mousesports making up for that early first blood. And this bottom lane has worked out well for them now that that Long DD wasn't sort of babysitting Super. 1437 still doing a good job of disrupting up on this top lane. Doesn't have any denies, so Burning is farming quite well. And 35 for 17. And RTK, he's never going to have any mana on this middle lane. Black's going to be more than happy just to jump forward and drain all of that away from him. And the constant harass from Lich as well. And Zippo, he's back here just to make sure that RTK doesn't die. I just don't think they have the kill potential right now. Long DD just hiding down on the low ground. 157. Maybe needs to be careful, but the waveform and the magic missile as well. He's going to surge off to the side. Is one more set of right clicks going to make it? The replicates are there. And Burning probably not going to chase it. Is he going to wait for the waveform cooldown and then go for it? No, it doesn't have enough mana. Needs to bottle up. So 157 is going to be fine. So, DK, Burning is just going to keep farming on this top lane. Long DD babysitting him quite well. But they're managing to hold off this mid. Black getting some farm, but 26 last hits in 8 minutes. Not as ridiculous as this Lich anti-mage lane can get, but Darkseer is going to be fine recovering from the hard time that he's had on top. He can just head into the jungle for a minute or two and end up with a couple of items. So it's not a huge concern for him. Burning actually heading around the back right now. Level 7, so maxed out that waveform. Sing Sing needs to be really careful. Only 360 HP on him right now. So, yeah, Burning pops off the haste. Sing Sing in trouble. Looks like Burning just wants to go for this, and the shackle shot flies but doesn't quite find Black. Waveform forward. Black's going to be in trouble. One last right click from Burning finishes him off. Looking for Sing Sing, but he's already retreated back behind the tier 2. But a great dive for DK. It looks like they're going to be trying to pick up this tier 1 as well. 147 just backlaning a bit on top. But TPs are going to be coming in to stop him grabbing that tier 1. Fortification pops from Mousesports. And we'll see if... Well, Kirky maybe going to go... No, doesn't go to head up, pick up a TP, so it looks like Mousesports aren't going to defend this. So tier 1's going to fall to DK. Bambo moving to position. Malphus stun onto Long DD, but RTK just sticking around for a little bit. Doesn't have any mana to do anything, but 4 heroes still here for DK, so... Strength in numbers, and only 3 here for Mousesports. Black, not really that contributing, not contributing that much either. But Blink forward, RTK gonna be slowed, and doesn't have enough mana to win run either, so Mana Void's gonna finish him up. Maybe just lingering a little bit too long there. And Black, he's not going to be too unhappy about this mid-tier 1 going down. It frees up some farming room for him to stay nice and safe. And that's really what Mousesports are banking on in this game. They've got the hold from the... and another kill down on bot. Bambo and Kirky picking up a kill, so... Baseskip going to be missing kills again in game 2. I'm really sorry, guys. There's no excuse. I really should be paying more attention to the minimap. RTK is going to TP down towards bot, so maybe looking to pick up a little bit of farm. Not having a great time on that middle lane, really just focusing on shutting down the anti-mage. But Burning is free farming up on top. Treads, Ring of Aquila, and a bottle picked up on him. Going to start switching over to net worth. Kirky with those kills, he's doing quite well. He can actually pick up a blink soon, so that's going to be a big pickup. And with this team fight coming online for Mousesports, they should be able to go for pushes and pick up some towers. I mean, DK, they've got reasonable team fight of their own, especially with this Quaswex Invoker. Able to disrupt things from a long range quite well. And especially against the Enigma and the Sand King. Both of their ultis really expensive. So, looks like Mousesports are going to try and defend up on this top lane. Blink's picked up by Kirky. Epicenter still on cooldown, so maybe not going to go for a big team fight, but probably going to be able to hold this tower. Now, getting quite low, down to 300 HP. And DK putting down the EMP. They really want this. And should be able to pick it up. 147, almost getting the deny. Burning actually just managing to pick up the last hit. But Burrow strike forward. Kirky, he's getting it cold snapped, but immediately... Oh, and the Tornado's going to finish him off. 147 needs to be careful. The Lich ultimate pops. Burning just morphing strength. Great split by DK. Sing Sing getting stunned. He's going to go down as well. Kill for Burning. A tower and 2 kills for DK. Bambo trying to trade for this bottom tier 1, but Burning says no. The waveform's forward, killing off most of these creeps. Bambo has the black hole up, but DK forming up again on this middle lane. They chose their moment and they're just putting the aggression on now, using the Morphling for his early nuke. And it's doing extremely well against these fairly squishy heroes on Mousesports. Aside from the Anti-Mage, still reasonably squishy. Spell Shield helping him out a bit, but Lich, Enigma, and Sand King not really that beefy. 1437 should be okay, but there's going to be a gank coming in from the back. Super has the cold snap and the slow onto 147. He's just going to be trying to hide in the side, but magic missile stun as well. He's going to be going down. And DK just exerting pressure all over this map. They're keeping control. Bambo maybe going to be able to pick up this tower, but yeah, Maleficent into burning. Yeah, Bambo going to be able to get the tower. Morphing strength, so he's going to be just fine. Bambo probably not going to try and risk popping the black hole with that 6 Eidolons up. It's just not going to be enough damage. And Burning still got plenty of agi left to morph into strength. Kirky has that ulti back up now, and he's only 2 levels away from getting that 2nd rank of Epicenter. And Bambo, wait for him forward onto Burning. Is he just going to pop the black hole? No, Maleficent stun. Burning and the Epicenter on top, but a great shackle cancels off the Epicenter. RTK still wants Bambo, gets that last right click off, so 1-for-1 the trade right now. And Mousesport's definitely not finding what they wanted. Sing Sing gonna get shackled again. It's a swap as well. Looks like he's in big trouble, and the power shot's gonna finish him off. Double kill for RTK. So DK turning that gank around fantastically. Kirky, blink forward, burst strike, Black gonna be right clicking. RTK fairly low on mana, mana void not quite enough to finish him off, and Zippo's down here as well. Kirky now on the back foot, he's retreating out, Dust pops as well, but needs to just find that blink, but a few seconds left. Power shot hits as well, not gonna be able to make it out, that's gonna finish him off. Black still trying to get RTK, but yeah, no stun's gonna be coming up just yet. And great shallow grave onto RTK, but is he going to be able to make it out? Maleficent, no. Bambo finishes him off. Maleficent as well onto Zippo, so 3 kills for Mousesports. Kirky going down, but turning the gank around fantastically as well and evening up the score. So, well, the initial gank didn't go well. DK turned it around, but definitely finding what they came for when they TPing back in. Not quite evening up the gold bouncing around. XP a little bit in favor of the Radiant side right now, just because they've got that Enigma, really extending that XP lead. So Kirky comes in, blink forward, Burrow Strike, Burning trying to morph as much strength as he possibly can, and has the replicate. So just trying to get out. TPs are coming in for Burning, and Kirky has the Burrow Strike, but RTK is here. Can Black just completely out of mana from that right click from the replicate. Burning gonna get hit by the Burrow Strike again. Sing Sing is in here, has the Lich ultimate and the vacuum together. RTK gonna be able to split. Nope, another bounce onto RTK. He's very low on mana. Burning, Bambo happy that the Maleficent might be able to finish him off now. Blink backwards. Another kill for Mousesports. And Black wants Burning. Morphing strength, but yeah, Zippo popping the shallow grave onto himself. Has some stick charges, but looks like he's going to be going down as well. Yep, Sing Sing finishing him off. Burning getting stunned up by the Maleficent. Looks like it's going to be 4 kills for DK. Black Hole pops as well. Super more than likely going to go down. It's going to be a team wipe for Mousesports. And maybe a tower as well. Yeah, tier 1 tower more than likely going to be going down here. 147 holding off the creep wave. And Mousesports just fantastic play for them. Everybody grouping up, coordinating their stuns perfectly, not losing anyone in the process either. RTK gonna try and hold off this tower, not quite in deny range just yet, so Mousesports gonna back off and happy with the 5-kill lead that they've just bought themselves. And Maleficent onto RTK, Bambo's gonna be fine to get out. And Black, he's looking very rich after that last engagement. 3 kills and 3 assists for him. So actually gonna have his Battle Fury quite soon. Burning, what is he farming for? Has a Perseverance, so it looks like he's actually maybe going for a Lincoln's. Could just stick to the Perseverance until he gets his shotgun and then finish up the Lincolns. But looks like DK, they really want Anti-Mage down this bottom lane. And they've got the stun to do it if they can connect the Shackle Shot. The total stun duration between the magic missile and the shackle is really long, but disjointed stun from Black, and shackle shot not quite going to latch, so he's going to be fine to get out. And looks like DK might just go for this tower. 5 heroes for them, but Mousesport's probably just going to trade for this top tier 1. And full health on this Radiant Tower along with the fortification as well. No fortification for DK, so Mousesport's probably not going to TP in to try and defend it, but they're going to get the tower first. Yep, so top tier 1 goes down. DK going to trade for the tier 1 down on bottom. And we'll see where both teams go from there. Super going to be TPing in towards the middle lane. It's already fairly low on health, but it looks like Mousesport's maybe going to keep this push going for a little bit. And 1437 picking up a mech, so good early game items for his team, and definitely going to be a big help against the AoE damage on DK. Power Shot and Waveform, they're both going to be doing a lot to again the fairly squishy heroes over on Mousesports. Looks like Brain's going to be in trouble. Lich Ultimate's going to go through as well, and he's going to go down. Great pick off for Mousesports, and the burst enough to get through that morph strength. And Black continues to farm. And again, he's going to have his Battle Fear quite soon, and from there his farm is just going to escalate. Mousesport's playing 4 Protect 1 perfectly, keeping DK's attention. And again, the exact same thing. RTK in trouble, Vacuum. Great shallow grave. Looks like he might be able to make it out of there. There's no dots to finish him off. Shackle Shot flies. Magic Missile. Shackle Shot not quite latching. 1437 maybe in trouble, but Sing Sing managing to pick off RTK. Long DD in trouble now as well. Burrow Strike onto him. Healed by Zippo. Wants 1437, but a vacuum backwards. Magic Missile finishing him off, but Long DD trading his life for that. Super's in here now. Sing Sing going to be out of mana from the EMP. Cold Snap on top of him as well. Bambo's in here though. And he has the Black Hole up as well. Malphite Stun onto Super. He's backing off right now. Burning's in here as well. Black Hole. Burning does not want to go in on top of that. Pops off the Replicate. Zippo's still here, but 3 heroes dead for DK. Burning still wants this. Replicate not in a position to get him out of here, but he's just going to keep chasing. And blocking with the Replicate so he can right-click with his hero. Doing fantastic. Looks like Bambo's going to be in trouble. Not going to be able to get that blink, and yeah, the Waveform's going to finish him up. But Sing Sing picking off Zippo in the back. So again, 1 for 1 that trade in that last minute. But Sing Sing going to be able to make it out. And Black continues to farm, so all in all, a fairly good trade for Mousesports. And Black now just pushing ahead of Burning in terms of farm. And yep, now with this Battle Fury, he's able to clean out the entire Radiant jungle before it respawns, so he's getting a lot of farm from that. RTK almost to a mech, picked up a Staff of Wizardry as well, so probably going to be heading to a 4-staff soon after. Super similar story for him. Staff of Wizardry, so more than likely heading towards a 4-staff or maybe a Yule Scepter. And Long DD and Zippo just sharing the support duties right now. But as the game goes on, having 2 heroes sort of in that 4th position is probably going to hurt DK's long-term prospect. They're really relying on Burning to carry up. And no wards for Mousesports to spot out this Roshan, so more than likely going to be going down in quick order. And Replicate doing well. Just if you move Click Illusions onto Roshan, you can tank Roshan with them. Illusions instantly die if you attack Roshan with them, but you can use them to tank. So Burning going to be picking up that Aegis. And a good advantage for them. They're down 8 kills. And Black's going to continue farming, so Mousesports, again, they're not all that concerned about the pacing of this game right now. Happy to pick off towers where they can, but DK with the smoke, going to be heading up. Ultimate's not online for Mousesports. Epicenter is there. Kirky hiding in the back, and great disjoints from Bambo. Not getting shackled or hit by the magic missile. And 1437 vacuuming everyone together. Lich ultimate flies, but a good split from DK holds it off. Malphite Stun onto Super. Kirky channeling up the Epicenter, but Blink on cooldown from RTK. Just uses the Burrow Strike to get forward. RTK shackle onto Kirky. Burning gonna try and pick off Kirky here. Yeah, RTK finishing that off with the Power Shot, and Mousesports now on the retreat. Bambo not going to be able to make it out, and no creeps to get the neutral deny. So 3 heroes dead for Mousesports, and Black just going to TP home. TP down to bot. And 1437 going down in there as well. DK looking to pick off any stragglers, but a good team fight for them, and they're pulling the... Well, no, so XP and gold still in favor of the Radiant, but DK pulling it back a little bit right now. And a very back and forth game, and they've both got good late game prospects. And for anybody watching, that big spike in the net worth is whenever there's items on the courier, they don't count towards your net worth. So Burning dropping down, he'll be back on top as soon as that ultimate orb gets delivered. And does he have his completed Lincolns? Just checking the courier. No, not quite. It's Urn going to be delivered, and the ultimate orb for Burning. Sing Sing has a force staff of his own, so good mobility, but he's a really easy target for this Morphling. And 147 in trouble up on top. Shackle shot latched, and he's going to be going down. So DK probably just going to be looking to push for this tower. Epicenter's down, Black Hole is up, but without the full combo, Massport's maybe not going to be able to take this team fight. Epicenter actually going to be up in 20 seconds, so if DK choose to keep pushing, then maybe Massports can find something. And 1437 going to be up at a similar time. So, but again, Anti-Mage continues to farm, needs to be careful. Long did he moves forward, and Burning was TPing in as well. So Black just going to blink out to safety. And 1437 coming up, and all of the ultimates off cooldown for Massports. So we'll see if they try and do anything right now. Maybe pick up this tier 1 on mid. But DK, they've been team fighting fantastically, and the Shallow Grave has been doing a lot of work. The only real damage over time for Massports is that Ion Shell, and it's unlikely to stay on top of somebody who has been Shallow Grave. So it's a great save for DK. They're smoked up. Massports needs to be careful. Sing Sing gonna get caught up by Super. Cold Snap is there. Shackle Shot flies, force himself forward, but the EMP is gonna hit on top of him as well. Tornado too. DK really want him. 1437's here, puts the wall down. Bambo in with the Black Hole on 2. Zippo's going to go down. Black right-clicking, 2 kills. Kirky not finding anyone with that Epicenter, but DK just going to be looking to back off right now. And I mean, anybody who gets caught in that Black Hole, if that Epicenter had even been there a little bit earlier, definitely dead. But it costs them all of their cooldowns, so they need to be pushing these, timing these pushes carefully. But a tier 1 tower for Massports again. And Tornado's going to fly through just to try and slow that down. Quaswex Invoker just showing off his turtling power. EMP again, zoning everybody out. And Black just getting right-clicked by the Replicate down on bot. Burning, trying to do a little bit of split pushing. But DK have respawned, and all the ultimates are on cooldown right now. Massports need to be careful. Shackle latches 1437 to the tree. Burning's going to start TPing in. Massports needs to decide if they're just going to leave him. Surge, but the magic missile's going to find him, and he's going to go down to the last wave from Burning. And Massports just going to be backing off for now. And Black continues to farm 3.9k gold for him, so BKB or Manta Style going to be up soon. But DK, it's their time to turn things around. Without those ultimates up for Massports, they need to be careful. And it's still really long on the cooldown. Epicenter going to be up soon, but DK able to trade that tier 1 and grab a tier 2. So it looks like they might just keep pushing. They know that the ultimates are on cooldown. They can put pressure on this tier 3 tower with impunity. And 1437 still dead, so not all too concerned about the positioning. And looks like the racks might go down as well. Bambo with the blink forward. But Lich Ultimate's going to fly, try and scare them off. But a good split, Zippo dragging it away, jumps back into the creep wave. Kirky, Burrow Strike does not find anyone. EMP's going to hit on top of him as well. And a long shackle onto Bambo. He's going to be going down. Power Shot finishing him off. Wall for 1437, but he gets swapped back into the fight. And 2 dead for Massports. Buyback by 1437, but the melee barracks are already going down, and DK going to be happy to retreat back. And Black, now he's looking for some action, but doesn't want to get caught out in the disable. So it's a big pickup for DK. They knew that all of the ultimates for mouse sports. Well, all the big ultimates, the epicenter and the black hole, were on cooldown over on mouse sports, and that's really the backbone of their turtle. So DK, all in all, they fought that team fight mid. 2 heroes picked off. They lost a tier 1 for it, but turned it around and managed to grab tier 2 and a Rax along with the kills. So doing really well. And another great shackle from RTK. Sing Sing more than likely going to go down here. Yep, and RTK picks up the kill with the power shot. And mouse sports, they need their lineup to defend. So they need their whole lineup to defend. And 157 going to TP in towards mid, but DK deciding they're not all that interested in just getting the ranged racks. Going to be pushing up on top. Ultimates are now off cooldown for mouse sports, so DK probably going to be playing fairly cautiously, but they've got the Aegis up. And Roshan going to be respawning fairly soon, so DK probably just going to be looking to take advantage of that Aegis. So it's really going to come down to Mouse's execution on this team fight, and they've got to smoke up. Looks like they just want a big combo. Vacuum, black hole on 3, tornado flies through, cancels it off, however. Epicenter through the middle, DK taking a ton of damage, Zippo almost dead, RTK as well, Long DD is going to go down. Zippo uses the shallow grave on himself, RTK getting picked off, Burning is dead. Still has the Aegis of the Immortal, but Zippo going to be picked off too. And Super not able to get away either. Burning, he just wants a TP home. Vacuum going to cancel that off, so it looks like he's going to be going down here as well. And just trying to fight, morphing strength, but realizing that he's more than likely dead. 157 just going to be running away. So a team wipe for mouse sports, fighting that perfectly, even with the black hole being cancelled. It gave them enough time to get the epicenter in the middle of the DK team, and mouse sports going to be able to use the power of that team fight and jump it into a tier 2 tower. DK going to be respawning fairly quickly, so more than likely just going to be grabbing that tier 2 and backing off. And they have to know that Roshan is going to be up soon. Again, mouse sports actually in the middle of that, losing their ranged racks on mid. But mouse sports, they can't afford to overextend again. Yep, so they've taken the team fight, they got the tower, and now they just need to back off until ultimates are up. And they're not going to be up in time to defend this Roshan, so DK probably going to be able to grab that again. They've saved the Lich ultimate, but Epicenter, Black Hole, and the Wall of Replica all on cooldown. Wall of Replica cooldown fairly low, so it's going to be up, but DK, we'll see if they just try and push out and then go for this Roshan. And again, they know that mouse sports teamfight really relies on those long cooldowns, so we'll see if they go for this. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be heading down, putting down some wards, seeing if mouse sports have sight. Yeah, sentry down as well. Shackle shot flies up, doesn't quite find black. And mouse sports, they are well aware of the Roshan timing as well, so the next big team fight going to be coming up in the Roshan pit. But we'll see if mouse choose to defend it without their ultimates up. Black hole, the only one cooling down for now. Epicenter's back up, so mouse sports actually looking fairly good in terms of defending this. They've got a smoke picked up as well, so they can be heading over to there quite quickly. Burning just going to be using the replicate to scout out, but neither team wanting to get caught in the Roshan pit for now, and especially DK. Roshan's going to respawn in just a second. Yeah, Long DG just checking exactly when that's up, but mouse sports all just waiting over on the high ground. So neither team wanting to take the engagement just yet. Ward's going to go down, so mouse sports maybe not having the sight that they want, but Black Hole's going to be up in 6 seconds. If DK are going to make a move, they need to make it soon, because all of that team fight is coming back online for mouse sports. I mean, Super's just going to be staying up on this high ground and looking to cancel the Black Hole with that a tornado again, but they need to be careful in these confined spaces. Vacuum can be absolutely disastrous. Yep, 147 moving forward, and DK just choosing to back off for now. Mouse sports don't want to be caught in the pit either, so gonna just be keeping an eye on what's going on, and a little bit of a stalemate for now. I mean, DK, they don't want to take the team fight while those ultimates are up, but they definitely want Roshan. But Massports are coming back and they're smoked up as well. Sentry Ward's going to spot them out. So DK just need to be careful. But neither team wanting to do anything too risky right now. And Burning keeps the Replicate in the crowd and is just going to be split pushing a bit on this top lane. So this might be the deciding factor. Mouz might be forced to back off to try and stop the split push. And missing one element, well, 147, going to go forward, vacuum onto RTK, and Black's blinking for a burrow strike by Kirky, but here comes the EMP and the Tornado, going to land onto Kirky and Sing Sing. Great shackle by RTK, and a good split from DK, nullifies the Lich ultimate again. Bambo quite low on health, power shot not going to find him. Burning is back in the thick of it, and Black with a lucky bash. Long DD, but a big black hole grabs two, Zippo and Super. RTK trying to get out, and the epicenter through the top as well. Two dead for DK. Mana Void onto RTK, not quite enough to finish him off. So Massports, they've popped everything, and only 2 kills for DK. It looks like a buyback as well, so they're just gonna back off for now. Maybe pick up the Roshan. Yeah. DK are going to have a little bit of time to, well, RTK not taking any time to recoup, just going to TP back, and DK all heading in. Tornado actually dodged by Massports, but they don't have their ultimates up. They need to be careful. Midnight Pulse down, Shackle Shot flies, doesn't find anyone. RTK over to the east, but Massports look like they're just going to rush DK over to this side. Vacuum forward, EMP, 147 in trouble, wait for him forward, he's going to go down. Burning in the middle of this, Black pops off that Manta style. Shackle Shot not quite finding anyone. Great burrow strike on 3 by Kirky. Long DD getting bashed. Black having to back off for now, and Bamboo not going to be able to get that Blink Dagger off. Cold Snap onto him. He's going to go down from that power shot. And Shackle onto Kirky. Burrow strike through, but looks like he's going to be picked off as well. Massports buybacks galore. Everybody buying back. They want to hold off this Roshan. Cooldowns aren't quite back up. Epicenter almost there. Wall as well, almost there. DK going to choose to back off for now. And Massports, maybe they really just want this Roshan. Sing Sing wants to tank, just putting up the ice armor, but a really drawn out back and forth team fight right now, and it's so exciting to watch. DK moving back into position, Burning morphing a lot of agi, and he's got the Ethereal Blade up as well, but a stun onto RTK. He's in trouble, gets force staffed out by his teammate. Super doing quite well. Burning getting the pick off on Lich. Ethereal Blade doing a ton of work, and Bambo going to go down as well. RTK going down in the back, but Super is going to regroup with his team, and Black forced to back off for now. Burning still wants him, and swap back onto 147. He's going to go down as well. Kirky popping the epicenter, picking off Zippo. Burning morphing strength, long DD, it's sitting inside that Ghost Scepter. Kirky just trying to hide for now, but trying to get out. Blink not quite in cooldown, burst strike into the trees. Is he going to be able to TP out? Just a second, no, but the stun and the adaptive strike cancel that off. So Kirky trading his life for 1 kill there. And looks like DK are going to go for the Roshan now. They've finally won the fight to be able to pick this up. And Massports cooldowns, they'll be up for the next defense, but they're not going to be up to try and stop this, and everybody still needs to respawn. So Burning going to be able to pick up that Aegis. And Massports still down this middle racks, so sort of on the back foot for now. And DK have just been maneuvering so well in these fights. It's still anybody's game. Black is getting really farmed, 3.3k gold on him, so if he wants to head towards a BKB or even a heart, he's going to be there quite soon. RTK picked up an Ultimate Orb, so they're going to be heading towards that site, the Vice. Zippo with some mana boots, probably had those for a while. Burning, is there something on the courier for him? No, so yeah, Black still eclipsing him in terms of farm, but that Ethereal Blade up means that Burning can just choose Enigma or Lich and just get a kill for free. And there's not a whole lot of instant nuke on Massports to sort of punish him for being in the Ethereal Blade, so it doesn't need to be too careful, just needs to make sure that he's not stuck in it in the middle of an epicenter. But yeah, should be able to pick anybody off on Massports. Black maybe a little bit too tanky along with 1437, but Sing Sing and Bambo definite targets. And Bambo actually opting for a Lincoln Sphere. So most of the disable over on DK, definitely single target, but the tornadoes disrupted him a lot, so needs to be careful. But the Lincolns means that he can't be swapped out of his ultimate, while a BKB would mean that he could, so it's a good pickup for him. And just trading the pros and cons of the two items. DK grouping up right now a little bit, and Burning still got his replicate with him, so maybe just going to clear this out and then jump back. No, maybe gonna be happy to keep farming. We'll see what happens now. So jumps back. DK, they've got the Aegis up. Yasha on Burning as well, so his damage is just through the roof. And so all DK needs to do is make sure that they don't get caught out with all of the AoE ultimates. They're all off cooldown for mouse sports, but so long as DK's positioning is good, then they should be fine. And if they can cancel anything, if they can cancel the black hole, if they can cancel off the epicenter just by canceling the blink, then they should be fine. But Massports, they're smoked up. They want some kills here. They know that all their ultimates are off cooldown, and if they can catch DK by surprise, it could be another big 5-0 wipe for them. DK all a little bit grouped up, but they're going to be hiding back behind their tower. Massports maybe not quite in range as they head past there. But Black going to be picking up an Abyssal Blade. So a ton of damage for him, and Kurki picking up a Scythe of Vice. So lots more disable in this team fight than the last for Mousesports. And all this ultimates up as well. Mousesports grouped up down on the low ground, but they definitely want to fight in these confined spaces. It's where they're going to catch the most people out with the black hole. But maybe just going to back off for now. Their mid lane is getting pressured. The tier 4 tower should be able to hold themselves for a while, so Kurki blink forward, not going to find anyone with the bar strike, but uses the Scythe device. He's trying to get DK to engage, but Kurki almost getting nuked down. Wait for him, not quite going to find him, but a kill already onto Super. Black hole still not popped off. Lich ultimate there, but here comes the black hole onto Burning and to RTK, but the swap cancels it off. And Epicenter not finding anyone. Actually, Long DD trading his life away. He's going to go down to the bar strike. RTK picked off as well. Burning trying to do what he can. 147 maybe going to go down here. Replicant trying to find him, but the Surge just a little bit too fast. So well team fought by Mouz. And I really thought Kurki was going to be picked off there, but managing to get the Epicenter off. And Mousesports spent all of their cooldowns, but they found the 3 kills that they wanted. They have to go back and defend their lanes, however, so they're not going to be able to find anything from this set of ultis. Maybe the next, but unless they can keep these lanes pushed out while they, well, hopefully they can get the lanes pushed out, wait for cooldowns, and then go for them again, because they can definitely win these team fights with their Wombo combo. And it's not, they haven't even pulled off the complete Wombo combo with a big black hole and the lit Chain Frost bouncing around and the Epicenter over the top. It's sort of being staggered, and it still picked them up a lot of kills. So if they can connect a full Wombo combo, then it should be a team wipe over on DK. But DK, again, if they can just maneuver in between the ulti cooldowns and get pick-offs, use smoke ganks. I mean, Burning still has this Aegis, so they're still in really good stead for this next team fight, and they have to know that Black Hole is going to be on cooldown for a while. So forming up for a bit of a push down on this bottom lane, and even this mid lane, it's just going to require somebody's attention in the seconds before this next team fight, and it could make all of the difference. And DK, they know cooldowns are starting to come up. They definitely want to go high ground. The wall is up along with the Epicenter, so they need to be fairly careful, but Burning's just doing a ton of damage to this tower. Midnight Pulse is down. Bambo not quite to that Lincoln Sphere, but not going to have the black hole anyway, so not going to matter that much. But the tier 3 is already taking a lot of damage, and Mousesports, they need to defend. But Black in the middle of this, once Zippo Shackle Shot flies, doesn't find anyone. Chain Flash flies through, the wall is down as well. Kurki's in the middle of it, not able to get the Epicenter off just yet. Black fairly low on health. Looks like he's going to trade his life, gets the Mana Void off onto Zippo, buyback on him as well. Burning trying to right click onto 147, going to pick him off. But Black, he wants to get back into this fight. Shackle Shot flies through, Burning quite low on health. Kurki tries to Burst Strike, actually does find it onto Long DD as he dies. Burning morphing strength for now, but 2 heroes dead for Mousesports and a buyback already just to pick off Zippo. And cooldowns are already pretty much all pretty much down. Epicenter's not going to be up for another minute until Kirky respawns, and it looks like it's going to be tier 3 and a Rax for DK right now. Burning with that Alaracity, or Alacrity. Black comes forward, he wants RTK, but the Blink's going to be... Oh, he's actually going to get shackled. Looks like he's going to be going down here. The Magic Missile stacking on top as well, but good pickoff for DK. This is exactly what they wanted. Ultimates were on cooldown, but here we go. Bambo with the 4-man Black Hole, but Sing Sing not able to follow up with anything. And Bambo just going to die without being able to pick anybody off. Sing Sing getting swapped out, and 5 heroes dead for Mouse Sports. So Rax going to go down, probably the top Rax as well. Nobody going to be up in time to defend, and it looks like DK might just go for the finish right now. Tier 4 tower is fairly low, but exceptional play from both teams here. GG is going to be called from Mouse, but such a fantastic back and forth. You can see that DK just knew exactly how to deal with the anti-mage, but the team fight from Massport, it kept them in the game. But DK knowing that when everything was on cooldown, they could just go for the push. They could take these smaller scale engagements quite convincingly. So this has been game 2 of a replay from the preliminaries of the International. I've been Baseskip, as always. It's been a pleasure to bring you guys these games, and I may or may not be casting some of the International over on my stream, or I'll just be sitting back and enjoying it as a fan of this game, like everybody else. But thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you again some other time.